I came up with Nsomo Academy when during the height of a pandemic, the schools were closed in Zambia. And when we took the kids out of school, we then started to look for opportunities for the students, for my children, to undertake educational resources that were based on the Zambian curriculum. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anything online. And so when we were unable to find anything online, I asked myself, why aren't there resources online that students can tap into that specifically address the Zambian educational climate? So once I looked into it, I found that there were not a lot of resources out there, or at least resources that were affordable, resources that had a lot of rigor, and resources that were online. Therefore, I decided to start Nsomo Academy, which then developed resources to meet those needs. When I started developing Nsomo Academy, we looked at content availability, we looked at content delivery, and we also looked at the robustness of the content. And so this desire to develop Nsomo.com came out of a conviction on myself, which was that if I was not going to, if not me, then who else would do it, right? If not now, then when would that be done? And so I took it upon myself to embark on this journey to develop products for Nsomo Academy. Well, Nsomo Academy has got several products that it offers. The first is that it offers video lessons to students, and these video lessons are short video lessons that are hosted online. And so what you do is you log into the system, into the portal, www.nsomo.com. Once you log in, you register as a parent, and then you sign your children up for whatever grades you want them to sign up for, grade 5, 6, and 7. And so if you sign up for grade 7, for example, then your children will have access to all the materials on grade 7. So they have access to mathematics, English, social studies, integrated science, expressive arts, and technology studies. And so once they get into the portal, they will go to this specific subject, then they will watch a video on a specific topic, and then after the video, they will engage in answering questions in an exercise pertaining to the lesson that they watched on the video. Once they're done with that, then they can go to the next lesson and do the same thing. Watch the video, answer exercise questions, and so on and so forth. Depending on the type of topic that you're encountering, you might have anywhere from 1, 2, 3 to maybe 5, 6, 7 videos that are addressing that particular subject or topic. Once you're done with that topic, you can then take a test to assess how well you have mastered the content. After you have done with the test, you go into the next topic, and so on and so forth. When you're done with the entire subject, then you can take an exam, and that exam is also marked online, just like the exercises and the tests. And so the system automatically marks the exercises so that the student can get their results quickly in real time. So both exercises and tests do that, and also the exams have that functionality. As you are progressing through those different activities, the number of questions increase. And so we have set it up as a multiple choice type of question, where you have maybe 3 questions for the exercise, and then you might have anything from 10 to 20 questions for the test, and then you might have maybe 30 to 50 questions for the exam, depending on the content as well as the subject area. Nsomo.com is a product like no other on the market, in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because, first and foremost, we are offering content that is online on a platform that anyone can access as long as you have internet access. And we have designed the Nsomo Academy in such a way that the videos that you're able to watch are short videos ranging from 5 to maybe 20 minutes. And so the longest video they might be slightly longer than 20 minutes, but on average, they are between 50 to 20 minutes long. And so your student or your children are motivated to go through these very short videos in order to learn the content. And so we haven't seen any other product like that. Additionally, once they're done with learning the content, they're able to take exercises, tests, and exams. So you've got multiple means of assessing whether the student has been able to meet the outcomes that are stated in the Zambian education curriculum. Speaking of the Zambian education curriculum, our content has been aligned with the Zambian curriculum according to the Ministry of Education. In fact, the Ministry of Education has reviewed our material, and all the material that you will see online has been approved by the Ministry of Education. to make sure that the content that you're receiving is indeed in line with what they want the children to be receiving for that grade level. Once you have taken the tests, once you've taken the exercises, and once you've taken the exams, those results are then saved in the portal. And so you can access the portal in two ways, depending on whether you are a parent or you are a student. If you are a learner, you're going to enter the portal through the learner portal. If you are a parent or guardian, you could go through the learner portal, obviously, but we have also given you access to the parent portal. So when you sign up as a parent, and then you go into the parent portal and add your child. And then once your child starts to take those exercises and tests and exams, you on the parent portal then are able to track their progress. You can open up the exercise that they did and see how well they did, which questions they answered correctly, which questions they answered incorrectly. You can get a total of the number of questions that they answered. You can also look at how much time they spent on a particular exam, test, or exercise. And you can also reset the activity if you think that the student hasn't met the outcomes in terms of the requirement. So for example, if you have got 10 questions in the exam and then your child gets 2 out of 10, then you might say, well, I don't think you really learned a lot on this particular topic. How about you go and watch the videos once again and then take the test again? And you as a parent then can track and see how well they are doing. You can also keep track of when they did the activity, right? And also talked about how long they spent doing that activity. So that would help you as a parent to be engaged in the education of your child. At Nsomo.com, we believe that parents, as well as teachers, as well as the entire community, are responsible for helping to educate our children. And so parents should not be a standoff and not be part of the education process, part of their children's educational process. Parents are an integral part. And because we believe that parents are an integral part, we have provided them with access and tools in order to monitor their children, in order to assess whether they're doing well, in order to make the decisions whether they need to go and redo some activities or move on to the next activity. And so all of those activities have been programmed into the system so that we are actually giving power and access to the parents to help their children's success. And so some of these elements might be found in some other products out there, but I haven't seen any product so far that encapsulate all of these elements that I've described. The ability to have short videos that you can access online, the ability to have different types of assessment systems, assessment types of activities, exams, tests, and exercises, the ability for the parents to go into the portal and actually retrieve the report and see the progress of their children, and so on, all at an affordable cost. Remember, when you sign up your child, for example, for grade 7, what you are doing is you're going to pay a subscription fee for a month for all the content in grade 7, whether it be mathematics, English, social studies, integrated science, social studies, and so on and so forth. For 100 kwacha a month, you have access to all of that content. And so if your child is able to go through all that content in a month, or I don't recommend it, but if they're able to go through all that content in the month, then you are able to reap the benefits because you're only paying 100 kwacha to access to all the content. And so just as an example, in terms of the great benefit that you get from Nsomo.com, if you had to go to a teacher who provides extra lessons on the side, you might have to pay them 100 kwacha just for a lesson, or you might have to pay them 50 kwacha just for one lesson. Whereas in this case, you're paying 100 kwacha for the whole month for all the lessons that are on Nsomo. Not only are you paying for the lessons in terms of having those interactions with your learner while they're watching multiple videos, they can stop, rewind, go back, replay, and have the opportunity to engage with that content, which you might not be able to get when you're having one-on-one with a teacher. And so you can learn at your own pace and you can learn at your own time. And so all of these are qualities and attributes that very few products, if any, out there on the market are able to provide and be in competition with Nsomo. If your child is behind in school, or if you want to provide your child with more activities that you want them to do, sometimes children come back from the holidays from school and they're on holiday, and while they're on holiday they might be looking for activities to do. Well, Nsomo.com would provide those children with something to do at an affordable cost. If you have a cell phone, if you have a tablet, if you have a computer, you can access Nsomo.com on any of those on all these devices. You can just log into www.nsomo.com, sign up, and then whether you're there or you're on a tablet or computer or a cell phone, you can get into the portal, watch the videos, do the activities, and then you can have access to the results as a parent. And so Nsomo.com is trying to reach people wherever they are. As long as you have internet access, if you're on the line of rail, you're in a city, you're in a town that has got internet access, you can have access to Nsomo.com online, and you have a multitude of lessons. And speaking about the multitude of lessons and activities, there are over 400 videos that we have developed to provide the content needed to help our children be educated. So if they're falling behind, there's a lot of content that they can delve into. All the grades, all the subjects that I mentioned have got a lot of content where the videos provide the students with additional co-curricular activities to augment, to build on what they have done at school, or if they're behind, to help them catch up so that they're able to be on par with their peers. And so this is a product that Zambians should embrace, because it is speaking to the needs of the children to be successful in the education system. We don't want anybody to be left behind. Hence our motto. We're trying to live up to a motto: quality, affordable education, anywhere, anytime. And so you can access the content anytime. You can access it anywhere as long as you have internet access. And as internet access is spreading around the country, we see this as going to be a low barrier for people to then access the content on different digital platforms that we have out there.